When drafting a basic bodice, one of the most important line or the first line you need is your shoulder line or your starting point. From there, you're going to take all your measurements downwards, right? So you're going to take your armhole, your bust point, under bust, and half length. In this video, the measurements I'm taking is 10 inches, which is for my bust point. Your bust point might be different from mine depending on your measurements, okay? So you have to use your own. So I measured my bust point, my under bust, and my half length, which is my waistline. So for this, we're still going to modify this pattern. But if you're just making like a dartless basic bodice, you don't need your under bust, okay? So now from my bust point to my armhole line or my chest line, I'm coming up by 2 inches. So this is just like a quick and easy way to get your armhole line, all right? You can use formula. I have like different formulas I'll share with you later, but this is just like the easy one. So now my shoulder measurement is 16. I'm going to divide that by 2, which is 8 inches. I'm going to take that 8 inches on my shoulder line or my starting line. That was the first line we drew out. So now on my chest line, I'm going to repeat that same measurement, okay? That way I can draw a straight line, okay? It's just to guide me. Just watch this video. It's actually self-explanatory. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Let's grow together. So right here, I'm just showing you that the human shoulder is not straight. It slants downwards, okay? So for that, I'm going to come down by 1 inch, all right? Here, I'm just marking 3 inches for my neck width. I'm going to connect the 1 inch I took downwards as the shoulder slope to the 3 inches mark. If you don't understand what I'm saying, just play the video backwards. You would get it. So 1 inches downward for my shoulder line, then 3 inches outwards for my neck width, and then you connect like so. It's very, very easy. So now my bust measurement has to be divided by 4, right? Because this is just one part of the front piece, right? So I divided my tape into 2, then I divided it again, which gave me 9 inches. 36 divided by 4 is 9 inches. It's a trick you can use as well if you don't have a calculator with you. Whatever your measurement is, if you're going to divide it by 4, divide by 2, yes. Then you fold it again to divide. So you would have your accurate measurement, all right? This would also help you if you have a lot of decimal points, so you already have like the exact points on your tape. It's very, very easy and accurate. So I'm going to connect with broken lines before we do other things, because we are still going to make a few changes, all right? So now for my armhole, remember the 1 inch I came down by for my shoulder slope? That is where I'll start my measurement from, and I'll divide it by 2, then come in by 1/2 inch, which is 1/2, right? And I'm going to connect. So let's label it A, B, and C. So now with my curve, I'm going to connect, and I'll make sure the curve is touching point A, B, and C. It's very, very easy. Can you see this? Just take your time and make sure that your curve touches the 3 points, okay? You don't have to be moving your curve about or around. Anyway, so that is it. Can you see? Just once. Can you see that? Can you see how pretty the armhole looks? It's pretty, it's neat, and it's going to eliminate any excess around the armhole area, all right? So now for my neck depth, I'm going to use 3 inches. This is just like a basic bodice, right? So I'm going to rule it out as guide. Always rule out lines if you need guides, okay? If you need guidelines, always rule them out. So I'm just going to square it out before I'm drafting a round neck, by the way, 3 by 3. So always measure, all right? Then from that point, you're going to see a lot of points with me. So you can come out by 1/2 inch, you can come out by 1 inch, all right? This is just a little trick you can use to curve out your round neck. So there I came out by 1 inch, and I'm going to place my curve again to touch the points. Can you see? So the lower line, the horizontal, the vertical line, and the 1 inch mark, and I have my round neck. It's very easy, you guys. Again, do not forget to subscribe, and if there's any way you want me to improve in my videos, whatever you notice and you want me to do, just let me know. All right, and this is me showing you that, okay, if you want to use your 1/2 inch, depending on the depth of your neckline, okay, so whichever method you want to use. This part of the tutorial is for people who want to add darts to their basic bodice block. So the dart pan I'm using here, the bust pan rather, I'm using here is 8 inches. 8 divided by 2 is 4, and that is why I'm marking 4 here. Remember, this pattern is supposed to be on fold, right? So we can have both sides of the front, okay? So when you mark your bust pan measurements, on your bust point, you come down by 1 inch. This is to help eliminate any form of sharpness around your bust point when you are done sewing your dart. So depending on the person's size, you can use 1 inch, 1.5, 2 inches for your darts, okay? It is not compulsory you use 1 inch, but in this case I'm using 1 inch, and I'm going to divide it half on both sides of my dart leg, okay? And I'm going to connect it to that 1 inch mark. All right, it's just going to form like a triangle. In another video, I would explain better the different figures you can use for your dart intake, okay? So this is basically it. So whatever you take as your dart intake, you have to replace it at your side seam, and that is it.